Hi, this is Andy Frith from Sheffield Advanced Motorcyclists, out with Mike today on a pre-test assessment, and just leaving the car park at Bramley, travelling towards the M18 roundabout. Nice offside lane of least resistance there, straight onto the roundabout and the centre lane, and then giving a signal for the left turn off the roundabout, again keeping a good offside position, and we've taken all those vehicles, really nice. And then an acceleration down towards a smaller roundabout, and I've just included this part here because we were talking about heavies on roundabouts, and now you have to be careful because they could just cut across. You'll get there through there nicely, and I'm watching him. He seems to be sticking to the outside, but always want to watch that. Nicely to the offside and take the others. Right, into coming towards Maltby, you've passed the 30 mph signs, we stopped at the traffic lights, and then you're away. And I started following, I thought, no, I'll just roll off and let you go. And you just kept on going. You obviously, I think we discussed on debrief, you forgot that it was a 30, and off you went to 40 mph. So as I said at the time, just think about it. Series here of just your safety position could be a little bit more to the left on certain occasions. In the main it was alright. This is going towards Blythe, we've got double whites, and your following position on this tractor and this van, a little bit close. Like I'm starting to move up now, anticipating that the lines may break and there might be an overtake on, but there isn't. They're continuing, so dropping back again. Here the lines break, and I thought you might have moved up to the overtake position on the white van there, so you maybe could have got them both on that stretch before the solid started again. But bear in mind that you can sit back. This was a good overtake coming up. I'm going to stop the film here because in the trees there I got a flash of a white vehicle moving towards us. So I started to hug the inside, and eventually there it comes. It's the heavy, and you were a bit close to it. So always good to look for the cross view. Nice overtake here, but you started accelerating before you started moving into the offside, and you really should have done the opposite. Move to the offside, final check, and I think you squirted it a bit hard. I mean, I did it at 50 and there was plenty of room to get in. I think this bend caught you out a little bit. You had to crank it over just to get round there. And then these two mini roundabouts, notice your positions towards the offside. We are turning right, but sometimes it's okay to take up a near side position because then you don't have to steer back round it. Okay, this was a good period of restraint for you. We're following this vehicle for a while and it was doing 58, 59. There was no way that you were going to overtake him, and so you held on. Again, maybe a bit close to that vehicle on the tight left-hander. So we're still following the same vehicle. This is where I thought you could have got him, just into Ramby Moor here, and he's doing 30 and a 40. We maybe could have crept up to an overtake position here just to have a look, and we could have used these hatch markings maybe to get by. But I think this you were maintaining a following position rather than overtake positioning, and then they started accelerating, and the opportunity was missed, I think. And same thing a little bit further down the road when it went to 50s. We could have got up into an overtake position. There's the 50s. We're doing 39 on my clock. If you'd have been in an overtake position, I think you could have done them there in those hatch markings, or certainly here. We were 43, but it was too late. So we gradually crept up to 50-ish, and we were stuck behind them. So look for the opportunities in the speed limits as well. Okay, this is where you did do them, and I thought this was a nice overtake. That was clear. It's all right moving into those hatch markings. I thought that was nicely done. Again, you could have moved maybe out towards the offside. Let the ambulance turn left here. Don't start moving to the offside. Just back off. Let them do the manoeuvre. Let it develop. Then these were the traffic lights in Retford. We talked about this filter. I don't know. I'm not so sure that I would have done it. It wasn't bad. It was on the cards. We discussed the traffic lights and was there a filter on the traffic lights, but there isn't. So you were okay in doing that. And just to prove the point on the filters, this car in the offside, he's got a red light, and we've got the filters straight ahead and turn left. We're turning left. So if you had been in the offside, you wouldn't have been able to do the filter there. You'd have broken the red light. That was my point on the other junction. Safety position again. Could have been another foot over. Just a little bit. You can see where I am. It's not much, but it just gives you a bit more comfort again there. Just to the left. There's nothing on the left, so we can use the road. Okay, approaching the junction at Ragnall here. 40 mph speed limits, but the junction up ahead, you did a big mirror check when really you should have been paying attention to what was in that junction. So you don't have to do them all the time. Safety position again there. And this was a nice series of bends on the way to Grasthorpe. This is a hard one. It just keeps on going round, and you actually cope quite well with that, with not knowing the road. But yeah, these are nice bends, and you get great cross views looking to the left there, and you can see how the bends are laid out. You do a nice slice here. The junctions are clear. That's good, and nicely into the tight right-hander. That was a good run down that road. You did really well there. We'll talk about the positioning a little bit later because I've got some video that we can just expand on that. This is interesting. Coming around the bend here, you can see the buildings in front of you. A possible 30 mph, and in fact there they are. And it's just a bit. You got the speed down, but it was just a bit late. Could have rolled off when you saw those buildings. Coming up to gone through Grasthorpe now, and I think we're on the old A1, and this is the positioning. What I want you to look at is the position of your bike and where I am and where I'm moved to. So we've got a straight section here, just doing a mirror check there, and looking ahead, you want to be taking up your position early, so keeping out of the rough stuff there. That's good. So I'm moving to the left now, so I'm in position 1 for the right hand bend. You're still in 2. Slight correction for that car there. So I'm carrying position 1 round the bend, out of the way of that traffic now, shifting across to 3, and you're still in 2 and a bit. Now you move to 3. So I'm pushing you to take up that position early. I want you to think about that. Again here, straighter road now, but I'm moving to the left because up in the distance it looks like a right-hander. And as we discussed, you get a better view every foot that you move to the left. You get a few further feet down the road. So I'm in 1 here. You were way across in 3 almost, taking this right-hander. I'm still holding 1 now. I'm pushing to 3 because I can see the left-hander above, correcting for safety position for that oncoming, moving back to 3, and then holding the position around the bend, staying out there. You'll start to come back to 2 a little bit. Again, I'm out in 3, and you are sort of in 2 again. You're hugging the middle of your lane. I'm moving over left for the right-hander ahead, and you're still in 2. So you think about this positioning, that you use more of the road. But that was a good ride, and I certainly think you're ready for your test. Well done.